the solar cross, the sun wheel, or the sun cross. There's a few names for it, but it's the circle with the cross in it, found in Nordic Bronze Age rock art, but also found across cultures. So Nordic, Germanic, Celtic, Native American, Turkey, Georgia, and some other locations as well around the world. It's quite found, not maybe not universally, but it is found across cultures. So, okay, I'll just pass it over to you, Tom. Do you want to mention anything about the solar cross, and also we can just get straight into the meaning of it?
Yep. So, like you said, it's a Bronze Age symbol, uh, a solar symbol, which in some cases is a little bit of debate. That's probably due to the similarity to the wheel of Taranis, which is a Celtic symbol. Um, you'll find a lot of more modern heathen symbols are inspired by this symbol. Um, and it is it's prehistoric, and the the exact origins of when and where are unknown. Like you say, it's across many cultures have a similar symbol. A lot of the times when you see it on rock carvings and things, you'll see it like this red one here with dots and embellishments on them to give them a bit of decoration. Um, Again, it's debated on whether these decorations have meanings or not. Yeah, you got anything to add to that?
It's a solar symbol representing the sun, and possibly may represent, or maybe not represent, but I've seen images of, I think actually you at one point posted an image of the solar halo, which on particular times of year, the particular right time, and so on, the sun gives a halo, which is actually, you can see the solar cross, and it can be photographed, and I'll put the image up. And so I can see how people would have seen that, and they would have used the solar cross to represent the sun. So that to me, that seems quite likely, or a possibility at least. Now, the solar wheel, or this image as a wheel, I mean, it looks like a wheel, doesn't it? And so it's quite possible, as you talked about the wheel of what was it, Tyrannus, or
Yeah.
whatever. In Norse mythology, we have this pretty much the same symbolism within the Norse myth, that there is a cart that carries the sun across the sky, and of course, a cart is driven by wheels, or moves by wheels. It's driven by a horse, but has wheels on it, and so the sun cross, to me, is that's quite obvious, or maybe not obvious, but this is a possible meaning of the symbol, that it's representing just the sun and the movement of the sun across the sky, and it would have been seen by the ancient peoples as represented by a wheel. So there's that meaning. The symbol with the ancient Bronze Age rock art really reminds me of the calendar, or now I can't say whether that's what the symbol represents, but it looks very similar. You have these dots around it. It almost looks like it could be either the movement of the sun, or the movement, or the moons in the yearly cycle, possibly. That's just a personal opinion. No, I'm not going to say I have anything really to base that on, but I have heard people talk about that as well. So yeah, it's a symbol that is used in modern heathenry, where with necklaces, not very popular, but it's there. People get it with tattoos, and yeah, I would say the meaning of it is obviously the sun, and it's a life-giving symbol, that the sun gives life to the world, that we need it to live. So it's a life-giving, positive, affirming symbol. Fertility possibly as well, and growth and life. That would be my take on the meaning of the symbol. You got anything else?
I just want to point out, yeah, like your mention of the cart wheel or chariot wheel. Um, so for the Celtic wheel of Tyrannus, the idea is that the sound of thunder is made by the wheels of this chariot traveling across the sky. And just as you were saying it, then that also reminded me that Thor is said to have a chariot pulled by goats. And I just found that an interesting connection there. And another thought I've also had as well is the possibility of it, and this is just a personal thought of it, possibly maybe is not just we've got a solar symbol, which it's fairly agreed it's a solar symbol, but there's a possibility of it being a symbol for thunder or for Thor. But there's also the possibility as well as we've got something round in 4 directions, so we could be looking at cardinal directions as well. The other thing is it could mean all of these things simultaneously. We just don't know.